Today we are doing a look inspired by Captain Marvel. If you're just joining me for the first time on my channel, welcome. My name is Cindy and I'm attempting a 14-day makeup challenge, specifically Avant Garde makeup renditions of Marvel Studio films, aka Marvel superheroes. I've chosen 14 of them. We are on day 4. I'm aware that Captain Marvel got her powers through these rocks from space that flew into the earth, and she was like some sort of a pilot, a fighter pilot maybe, and she like touched these rocks and she was supposed to be killed because apparently like the power would have been too much for her, but she ended up absorbing the power and becoming who she is today. I'm going to be taking mostly from her costume, the poster, and a mix of the things that I've seen from the movie as well. We're going to combine all of that together to create a very, very special conceptual high fashion makeup look today. Are you a Marvel geek? Is this tickling your fantasy? Next, would you like to see Black Widow or Hawkeye? Hawkeye sounds like hot guy. Hawkeye, Hawkeye, Hawkeye. Hot guy, see? Let's start painting. Something that I've noticed that's been very, very hard for me while I'm doing this series is that a lot of the Marvel characters have very similar color schemes. They're always blue and red and white and gold. So figuring out how to differentiate between them as like a makeup artist has been quite difficult. So I'm doing my best to feel out their vibes. For example, something like Black Widow is a lot more edgier, and then Black Panther would be like more badass. I don't know, I'm just trying to feel it out and see where my imagination takes me. So for today, Captain Marvel's design is a little bit of a mask. There's a white base, there's going to be red and blue and a split in the middle with gold because she seems very electric. She's got that blue, red, and gold outfit. She's very, very powerful. She just seems like she's always glowing, so I wanted her to look like super powerful and take the shine from the big star in the middle of her costume and replicate that design with beads.
I want to talk a little bit about the technique I'm currently using. If you watch any of my other videos, every time I do a very pigmented look that involves a lot of colors, I always start with a cream base. If you think about priming a canvas, you have a white canvas for a reason. So I use the white cream paint as a way to prime my face as a canvas. That allows me to add eyeshadows all over my face, setting the cream, and also showcasing the colors in the best way possible. If the eyeshadows had just gone on my face with foundation on or with no foundation at all, the colors definitely would not stand out as much. Now once the cream is on and I put on my eyeshadows, I'm really careful to not overlap the eyeshadows too much because I don't want them to start blending really badly. Even around my lips or when I do a cut crease, if I want to add a new color or even the same color but in a new spot, I add the white underneath. That way it'll photograph so much better. If you see me staring off to the side, there's two things I'm looking at. One, the face chart is always there as reference. And the second thing is I have a TV show playing all the time. And I'm pretty sure I'm watching Nurse Ratched on Netflix right now. Now this is the most satisfying part because using the gold paint that I have, it's actually a mix of gold pigment powder from Graftobian Makeup and any mixing liquid. I have a couple of different types of mixing liquids. They're all alcohol based, and so when it dries, it's waterproof. I just wouldn't use this as eyeliner because it definitely should not get in your eyes. It would definitely sting. To get a really thin line, you want to just dip the tip of your very thin brush into the mixture. Make sure there's no excess powder or excess liquid, and then just slowly draw these lines onto your face. If you're still here and watching, I hope you're enjoying what you see. I hope that you can click the like button, maybe leave a comment down below, and if you're feeling feisty, you can also hit that subscribe button. Unless you already have been subscribed, then welcome back! I'm so glad you're here. Now circles are definitely the hardest to draw. As you can see, and I can't believe I'm even pointing this out right now, when I was drawing the little squigglies on my forehead, I realized that the squiggly lines were actually not symmetrical. One was closer to the center of my face than the other one. But whenever this happens, I just go with the flow. I keep doing it. Symmetry is definitely the hardest thing to achieve when it comes to these makeup looks because our faces are not symmetrical and everything you're painting is in mirror image or in reverse.
Alright, we are almost done. I just have the beads left to put on. I actually went a little bit off of what I originally had in mind, and I'm loving the result so far. So originally, my very first drawing was like all blue and all red on either side. I decided that it was like way too much, and I wanted to tone it down. So now we have like a white base, and we have the colors kind of floating around in the back. Then we have the gold, and we also have some like light yellow lines symmetrically, and it's still divided in half. I have to figure out what I want to do around the eyes, because I kind of like how intense the entire face is, and I don't want to do like a regular black liner. So that I'm going to leave until the very end. Let's go in with beads, and we're at the final stretch. Oh yeah! My dog is scratching at the door.
My favorite part at the end of all my looks, if it involves crystals or beads, is to see the entire look come alive because you added these jewels. They're three-dimensional, they're flat back rhinestones. They really add a lot to the look. My signature style, as of recently I guess, is to really position all of the beads in clusters around my nose bridge. Whenever I get to a point where I feel like if I kept going it wouldn't be adding any more value to this look, I stop.
And this is the final look. Here's the Captain Marvel poster for reference, and this is what I got. Again, if you haven't done so already, comment down below whether or not you want to see Hawkeye or if you want to see Black Widow in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye! Test. Did I get it right? It's Captain Marvel, right? Because I always get this wrong. I always mix up Doctor Strange and Captain America, and I say Dr. Marvel or Captain Strange. Neither of which are the right superhero.